Well, I'm not backing out. I can't knit because I don't know how. That settles it.
Report to Mrs. Van Every.
Nils Astor locked in gossip. Umberto's loveless royal union. Cary Grant's glamorous yet suspicious marriage. Old Hollywood lived on secrets. Here are 25 Lavender Marriages exposed, and wait until you hear the final revelation. It's bigger than you think. Number 25, Greta Keller and David Bacon.
Sweet violins were playing, and to his love.
In 1942, Australian-born cabaret singer Greta Keller, dubbed the Great Lady of Chanson, wed Hollywood actor David Bacon, a Harvard graduate and rising Republican picture star. Insiders whispered it was a beard arrangement, each shielding their private lives while chasing careers. Only a year later, Bacon was found fatally stabbed in his convertible near Santa Monica. He wore nothing but a bathing suit, a mysterious camera by his side, with undeveloped film of a nude man. Keller, pregnant at the time, collapsed in grief and later miscarried. Hollywood murmured of secret affairs, mob entanglements, and even blackmail. But no killer was ever caught. Their Lavender marriage ended not with divorce, but a sensational mystery that remains unsolved today. Was Hollywood hiding more than just love? Number 24, Nils Astor and Vivian Duncan.
They are greeted by Mr. Latter, who is European International Representative of the Worldwide Variety Club movement.
Nils Astor, Sweden's striking leading man, was nicknamed the male Greta Garbo for his smoldering looks and exotic appeal. He became a silent-era matinee idol, starring with Joan Crawford and Greta Garbo herself. But in August of 1930, Astor suddenly married Vivian Duncan, one half of the vaudeville famous Duncan sisters. Insiders called it a classic Lavender marriage. Their daughter, Evelyn, called the international baby after being born overseas, briefly distracted tabloids. But Astor, rumored to have had male lovers, felt trapped. Within 2 years, they divorced, and he was quietly blacklisted from top-tier roles. Though he made over 70 films, his career never matched Garbo's. Was his marriage a cover, or a costly detour, orchestrated by Hollywood's iron grip on image? Number 23, Ramon Navarro and Marion Harris.
But she helped me paint a new portrait of you. One not quite so, shall we say, dangerous?
Ramon Navarro, Mexico's biggest export to Hollywood, skyrocketed to fame in Ben-Hur, 1925, earning over $10,000 a week, an astronomical sum then. MGM's publicity machine built him as the Latin lover, yet insiders knew his true life was with men, including his publicist, Herbert Howe. To maintain his image, Navarro was paired in staged romances, most famously with socialite Marion Harris. Gossip columns sold the fantasy, but behind the camera, Navarro retreated into secrecy, terrified of exposure. He never married Harris, nor any woman, though studios kept pushing the narrative. Decades later, he tragically died in 1968 during a violent home invasion, still remembered as the star who had to act even when the camera stopped. Number 22, Cary Grant and Virginia Cherrill.
Realize them. Every woman I meet, I put up there. Because the longer I know her, the better I know her.
Cary Grant, born Archibald Leach in Bristol, reinvented himself as Hollywood's most charming leading man. In 1934, he wed Virginia Cherrill, star of Chaplin's City Lights. Yet the marriage barely lasted a year, ending with accusations of abuse and incompatibility. Meanwhile, Grant shared a Santa Monica beach house with fellow actor Randolph Scott, nicknamed Bachelor Hall. Magazine spread showed them sunbathing, cooking, and decorating together, images MGM insisted were just two pals. Still, whispers spread across Hollywood. Cherrill quickly remarried an earl, leaving Grant free, but not free from speculation. Was the marriage a genuine attempt at love, or just another Hollywood cover designed to distract from the undeniable closeness of Grant and Scott? Number 21, Raymond Burr and Isabella Ward.
4 usually during the 4 or 5, and I usually use those for sleep.
Long before he became TV's unshakable Perry Mason, Raymond Burr married fellow Pasadena Playhouse student Isabella Ward in 1948. It ended just after a few months, finalized in 1952. Burr never married again. Instead, he lived openly yet quietly with actor Robert Benavides from 1960 until his death in 1993, a partnership spanning over 30 years. Together, they managed a vineyard, a ranch, and produced award-winning vines, leaving behind an estate worth $32 million. Yet for decades, Burr fabricated stories of a dead wife and a lost child, weaving tragedies into his biography to shield his private truth. Was his brief marriage to Ward a failed romance, or simply the curtain covering a lifelong performance? Number 20, Laurence Olivier and Jill Esmond.
Final performance of quite a short run, I think, of Catherine Cornell in Antigone.
Laurence Olivier, destined to become one of the greatest actors of the 20th century, married actress Jill Esmond in 1930. At first, they appeared Britain's golden couple, especially after their son Tarquin's birth in 1936. But Esmond, widely known to be lesbian, struggled in the marriage, while Olivier secretly pursued Vivien Leigh. Their union dissolved in 1940, just as Olivier's career soared with Wuthering Heights and Leigh's with Gone with the Wind. Later biographies revealed Esmond lived openly with women after their divorce, while Olivier called their marriage more of a duty than passion. Did Olivier seek respectability, or did both simply play roles that audiences demanded, even off the stage? Number 19, Barbara Stanwyck and Robert Taylor.
Well, I think it's a grand reception, and I can truthfully say that I appreciated no end.
In 1939, MGM orchestrated one of its most glamorous weddings. Barbara Stanwyck, one of the most bankable actresses of the decade, married matinee idol Robert Taylor. Studio boss Louis B. Mayer adored the pairing, selling them as Hollywood's dream couple. Yet behind the facade, friends whispered the marriage was more about image than passion. Taylor spent their wedding night at his mother's house. Stanwyck, fiercely private, avoided answering questions about children. They divorced in 1951 after years of strain, but kept working under the same studio machine. Historians argue their marriage exemplifies Mayer's lavender contracts. Perfect pictures for magazines, but little love behind them. Were Stanwyck and Taylor ever lovers, or merely perfect actors in Hollywood's longest-running charade? Number 18, Judy Garland and Vincente Minnelli.
I need a note of music, and my eyesight is so bad it's getting difficult to...
In 1945, Judy Garland, MGM's little girl with the big voice, married director Vincente Minnelli just after filming Meet Me in St. Louis. She was 23, he was 42. Their union seemed like a Hollywood fairy tale, especially after the birth of daughter Liza in 1946. But Garland's struggles with addiction and Minnelli's attraction to men strained the marriage. Biographers note Judy discovered his secrets early, telling friends, "Gay men make the best husbands." They divorced in 1951, yet Garland never spoke bitterly of him. Vincente went on to direct An American in Paris, 1951, and Gigi, 1958, winning Oscars. Their lavender union produced a legend, Liza, a star born from a love that wasn't truly romantic. Number 17, Tallulah Bankhead and John Emery.
Very much. Whenever I rehearsed a play, I was on a very strict diet. No, thank you. But life is short.
Tallulah Bankhead, Broadway's scandalous darling, shocked fans when she married actor John Emery in 1937. Known for quipping she'd had 5,000 lovers, Tallulah's bisexuality was an open secret in theater circles. Emery, suave but lesser known, provided stability, or at least the illusion of it. For 4 years, they lived as a glamorous pair, appearing at New York's Stork Club and Hollywood premieres. Yet, Tallulah's appetite for women and wild parties never slowed. By 1941, the marriage crumbled, though they remained friends. Emery later married opera diva Reese Stevens. Tallulah, meanwhile, became famous for outrageous interviews, Broadway triumphs, and unforgettable one-liners. Their marriage was a footnote, a brief curtain pulled across one of show business's most flamboyant lives. Number 16, Cary Grant and Diane Cannon.
Can't knit because I don't know how. That settles it.
Report to Mrs. Van Every. She's our best instructor.
Cary Grant, by the 1960s, was a global icon. At 61 years old, he stunned Hollywood by marrying 27-year-old actress Diane Cannon in 1965. The press called it May to December romance. Fans whispered it was proof Grant was straight after decades of speculation about his life with Randolph Scott. The couple had one daughter, Jennifer, born in 1966, Grant's only child. Yet the marriage dissolved within 3 years, ending in 1968. Cannon later described emotional turbulence, even alleging Grant's use of LSD. Despite the union, rumors about Grant's sexuality persisted long after his death in 1986. Was this marriage love, image repair, or both? One thing is certain, Cary Grant's private life remained Hollywood's greatest unsolved mystery. Number 15, Greta Garbo and John Gilbert.
Food, food, food. You ever think of anything else? Like a walking icebox.
Greta Garbo, the Swedish Sphinx, made sparks fly with John Gilbert in Flesh and the Devil, 1926. MGM executives saw profit and staged a romance, even planning a wedding in 1927. Garbo reportedly accepted Gilbert's proposal, only to flee on the wedding day, leaving him humiliated. Some accounts claim she simply vanished from the church. Others say she confessed cold feet. Gilbert's career soon stumbled with the advent of talkies, while Garbo soared, becoming one of Hollywood's most mysterious stars. Garbo never married, fueling endless speculation about her relationships with women like Mercedes DaCosta. Their almost marriage remains Hollywood's greatest runaway bride story. Was it heartbreak, rebellion, or Garbo's refusal to let MGM dictate her private life? Number 14, Katharine Hepburn and Ludlow Ogden Smith.
Churchill's voice. I mean, a great voice. You hear, some people look at me, they'd have no idea who I am.
At just 21 years old, fresh out of Bryn Mawr, Katharine Hepburn married socialite Ludlow Ogden Smith in 1928. Smith adored her so much he legally changed his name to S. Ogden Ludlow, so Hepburn wouldn't be Mrs. Smith. Yet Hepburn quickly tired of domesticity. By 1934, she divorced him in Mexico, later admitting she was a terrible pig for using his devotion. She pursued her career with ferocity, winning 4 Oscars and living independently, often linked to women like Laura Harding. Hepburn never remarried, famously saying, "I put career first." This early marriage wasn't romance. It was a conventional mask for a woman destined to smash convention itself. Was Luddy her stepping stone, or the price of early freedom? Number 13, Tyrone Power and Annabella.
In Newfoundland and Canada. I don't believe that there's anything else I can say except to thank very much again the people.
Tyrone Power, 20th Century Fox's matinee idol, was Hollywood's golden boy. In 1939, he married French actress Annabella, already a star in Europe. The wedding was hailed as a glamorous international union, perfect for Fox's publicity machine. Yet Power's constant absences, serving as a Marine pilot in World War II and later touring with stage plays, strained their bond. Annabella, unable to have more children, devoted herself to her daughter from a previous marriage, whom Power adopted. By 1948, they divorced, with Annabella later revealing he pursued countless affairs. Insiders whispered their marriage was less romance, more contract, crafted to shield power from persistent rumors about his private life. Was this wartime marriage protection, or simply a studio script gone wrong? Number 12, Cole Porter and Linda Lee Thomas.
Just taught me.
No, never mind.
Oh, thank you very much. That's very sweet of you.
Please.
I'm very anxious for Mr. Gordon to see this because I think it's...
Cole Porter, Broadway's brilliant composer, met wealthy socialite Linda Lee Thomas in Paris. In December of 1919, they married, beginning a glamorous 35-year partnership. Linda was 10 years older and had inherited millions after divorcing her abusive first husband. Porter, openly gay within elite circles, found in Linda a loyal companion who shielded him from Hollywood and Broadway gossip. Together, they entertained at their Venetian Palace and Manhattan townhouse, hosting guests like the Duke of Windsor. Porter wrote classics like Night and Day and Anything Goes, while Linda managed his social standing. Even after Porter's crippling horse accident in 1937, she remained his anchor. Their marriage was unconventional, but unbreakable. Was this love, protection, or both? Number 11, Janet Gaynor and Gilbert Adrian.
I just don't know the first thing about aeroplanes or the people who fly.
Janet Gaynor, the first ever Best Actress Oscar winner, shocked Hollywood when she retired in 1939 to marry Gilbert Adrian, MGM's famed costume designer. Adrian, openly gay in private circles, designed costumes for The Wizard of Oz and Anna Karenina. Their marriage produced a son, Robin, in 1940, but biographers describe it as companionate, a union of affection, not passion. They lived in New York, Los Angeles, and even on a ranch in Brazil, carefully balancing family life with their discreet relationships. Gaynor was linked to actress Mary Martin, while Adrian maintained male partners. Their marriage lasted until his death in 1959. It was one of Hollywood's longest lavender unions, raising the question, did stability matter more than desire? Number 10, Alfred Lunt and Lynn Fontana.
Somebody gave him away, you see. So I knew he wasn't that year younger.
Married in 1922, Alfred Lunt and Lynn Fontana became Broadway's most celebrated acting duo. They refused to perform separately, starring together in more than 27 plays. At their Wisconsin estate, 10 Chimneys, they entertained legends like Laurence Olivier and Helen Hayes. Privately, both pursued same-sex relationships, yet their marriage became a fortress of loyalty and professional brilliance. In 1964, they received the Presidential Medal of Freedom. By retirement, they were hailed as theater royalty. For 55 years, they balanced art, companionship, and secrecy, creating the most enduring lavender marriage in American theater. Was their union a cover, or the ultimate love story redefined by two who lived on their own terms? Number 9, Catherine Cornell and Guthrie McClintock.
The inconstant moon that monthly changes in her circlet orb.
Catherine Cornell, hailed as the First Lady of the American Theater, married director Guthrie McClintock in 1921. For 4 decades, they shaped Broadway, producing acclaimed Shakespeare and Shaw revivals. But theirs was no ordinary marriage. Cornell was linked to women like Nancy Hamilton, while McClintock pursued men. They lived in a Manhattan townhouse with separate floors, a pragmatic arrangement that allowed freedom and protected reputations. Together, they founded C&MC Productions, pioneering Broadway tours across America. Theater historians call theirs one of the most enduring lavender marriages ever, cementing both reputations while concealing private truths. Did they marry for convenience, or did partnership itself become its own kind of love? Number 8, Guthrie McClintock and Estelle Winwood.
And they say, do you smoke? I said, I smoke 3 packs of cigarettes a day. Do you?
Before marrying Catherine Cornell, Guthrie McClintock had a brief union with Estelle Winwood, a witty English actress who later lived to be 101 years old. They wed in the 1910s, but the marriage quickly dissolved. McClintock, discreetly gay, found in Estelle a kindred spirit, independent and flamboyant. She became a beloved character actress in Hollywood, starring in Camelot and Disney's Mary Poppins as one of the most eccentric nannies. Their marriage is remembered as a rehearsal for McClintock's lifelong Lavender partnership with Cornell. Estelle joked later in life, "I didn't like Hollywood men. They were too handsome to be trusted." Was this union genuine affection, or just another mask in an era where truth could ruin careers overnight? Number 7, Charles Laughton and Elsa Lancaster.
We put it in mothballs. Mothballs. Am I not to practice again?
Charles Laughton, unforgettable in The Hunchback of Notre Dame, 1939, married actress Elsa Lanchester in 1929. Their marriage lasted 34 years until his death in 1962. Yet Elsa later confirmed what many suspected: Laughton was homosexual, and their union was built on mutual convenience. They lived unconventional lives, with Elsa enjoying her own affairs and eccentricities, later appearing as the bride in Bride of Frankenstein, 1935. Laughton, a brilliant but tortured actor, poured his emotions into his performances, while Elsa shielded his private life. She candidly wrote in her memoir, "We both knew what the marriage was." Together, they remained inseparable companions. Was their bond tragic compromise, or a loyal pact stronger than love itself? Number 6, Marlene Dietrich and Rudolf Sieber.
Je suis né passage de la bonne graine, j'en ai pris de la graine et pour longtemps.
In May 1923, 21-year-old Marlene Dietrich married assistant director Rudolf Sieber. They had one daughter, Maria, in 1924. But their marriage was never conventional. Dietrich pursued affairs with both men and women, among them John Wayne, Edith Piaf, and even JFK, according to some biographers. Sieber tolerated it, living apart in California while raising poultry and translating scripts. Dietrich supported him financially and visited often, even as her career soared in Hollywood with Morocco, 1930, and Destry Rides Again, 1939. Their marriage lasted over 50 years without divorce, an arranged freedom that suited them both. Was this love disguised as convenience, or simply Hollywood's longest open secret partnership? Either way, it rewrote the rules of marriage and public life. Number 5, Alla Nazimova and Charles Bryant.
I was rather distracted, Charles. My divorce never got around to happening officially, that's true.
Alla Nazimova, the Russian-born silent star, was one of early Hollywood's most powerful women. To protect her career, she lived publicly with actor Charles Bryant, who posed as her husband for more than a decade starting in 1912. Meanwhile, Nazimova hosted women lovers at her Garden of Allah estate, where she coined the phrase sewing circle to describe closeted lesbian and bisexual actresses. Bryant eventually embarrassed her by marrying another woman while still posing as Nazimova's spouse, exposing the sham. Hollywood gossip had a field day, and Nazimova's influence waned. Still, she became a pioneering figure of queer Hollywood. Was this scandal her downfall, or the price of living authentically in secret? Number 4, Rock Hudson and Phyllis Gates. By 1955, Rock Hudson was the screen's ultimate heartthrob, earning $100,000 per film. But rumors of his sexuality threatened his career. His agent, Henry Wilson, arranged a marriage to his secretary, Phyllis Gates. They wed in November of 1955 and appeared the perfect couple. But behind closed doors, it was a nightmare. Gates later claimed Hudson was distant and controlling. They divorced in 1958, with Gates insisting she felt duped. Decades later, she admitted she might have been manipulated into the marriage as much as Hudson. Rock never remarried and died of AIDS in 1985, becoming the first major celebrity to succumb publicly. Did this marriage save his career or cost him a chance at true love? Number 3, Rudolph Valentino and Jean Acker.
In honor of your birthday, Mr. Towers.
In 1919, silent screen icon Rudolph Valentino married actress Jean Acker, who was rumored to prefer women. Their marriage lasted only hours. On their wedding night, Acker locked Valentino out of their hotel suite, forcing him to spend the night wandering Hollywood streets. Gossip columns pounced, branding it a loveless union. The annulment came quickly, but the scandal cemented Valentino's image as a man whose personal life never matched his romantic screen roles. Ironically, Acker later admitted she regretted the humiliation. This brief, disastrous marriage became one of Hollywood's earliest lavender tales. Did Valentino wed for love, or was he merely playing the role society demanded? Number 2, Rudolph Valentino and Natasha Rambova. Valentino's second marriage, in 1923, was even more explosive. He wed costume designer Natasha Rambova in Mexico, but the ceremony violated California's one-year waiting law after his annulment from Jean Acker. Valentino was briefly arrested for bigamy, a humiliation splashed across papers. The couple was flamboyant, nicknamed the Pink Powder Puff Pair, feeding rumors about his masculinity. Rambova pushed him toward artistic European-style films that flopped in America, sparking clashes with studios. They separated in 1925, divorcing in 1926, just months before Valentino's sudden death at age 31. Tens of thousands attended his funeral, cementing his status as cinema's first sex symbol. Were his marriages real, or elaborate performances crafted to shield the man behind the myth? Now, number 1, King Umberto II and Queen Maria José of Belgium. Not just Hollywood, royalty played this game too. In 1930, Prince Umberto of Italy married Princess Maria José of Belgium in a grand Vatican ceremony. Nicknamed the May King, Umberto reigned for only 33 days in 1946 before Italy voted to become a republic. Historians widely suggest his marriage was lavender. Umberto was rumored to prefer men, while Marie José maintained lovers of her own. Their union produced 4 children but little intimacy. Living mostly apart after exile, they remained legally married until Umberto's death in 1983. Their marriage wasn't about romance, but politics, cementing ties between Catholic monarchies. Was this Europe's grandest lavender cover, proof that even kings and queens lived by the rules of secrecy? Hollywood's secrets never truly stayed buried. Today, you uncovered 25 of the most shocking lavender marriages. But there's more where this came from. Keep watching our channel for hidden Hollywood scandals, and don't forget to subscribe for the next reveal.